How were you guys doing, like, God, when Owen had to go how long was he in jail for? What was it, like, a month or
He was in
2?
there for 2 months. Yeah.
I felt
Yeah, that
horrible
was,
because the whole time I was like, "I'm gonna send him a fruit basket. I'm gonna send him something. I'm gonna send him a books." And then, like, I blinked and the 2 months had passed, and I was like, "Well, I'm just the shittiest friend ever. I didn't send him anything. I didn't write him a letter." Like, he freaking how many of my friends go to prison? I'm like, I should have acted faster." But anyway, so tell him I'm sorry for not sending him,
No, no.
for
He'll
not
be
sending
alright. He'll
him
get over
the
it.
the cake and the knife. I always wanted to do that,
Right?
make the knife into a cake like on the cartoons. But, how did you guys function with Owen gone those 2 months?
So, yeah, that was a surreal I we call it me and Owen called it like a time warp or a wormhole because, not many people know, like, I was the person who drove him down there and helped film and do everything before he got in, and then I went and picked him up as well. So, it was a very, Owen is the reason why I'm at InfoWars. He was a big step up for me, and yeah, I know I did work my ass off, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him for sure. And that was 2 months. Harrison hosted, the War Room, and, Chase Geiser did the morning show, and they kicked ass. They did very, very well, but, it's still, there's a big hole that is still there, and having just to go through the daily routine and, everything's a little bit different, and it's just I mean, it's like seeing your brother, kinda just disappear for 2 days or 2 months. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, and then, all the stuff that they're actually doing to him inside the prison. He was for people who kinda don't know the timeline with him, he was when he turned himself in, he had to go to a 7-day quarantine because of COVID. This
Oh
was, what, 3
god.
years after? Yeah, so he was in solitary confinement for the first 7 days, and he got out and made one phone call, and that phone call happened, to, get recorded and put up on Twitter. So when that happened, they threw him back in solitary for probably another 2 weeks,
Wait, so he
and
recorded his phone call and then was able to post it?
no, 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 it was on the outside. It was recorded,
Oh,
on the
wow.
outside. Yeah, so the fact that to them, it was being recorded by a third party, and it's not supposed to be third parties aren't supposed to be listening to the phone calls, so they use that excuse as the recorder, even though there is a process of downloading it and, downloading and finding your phone calls. Either way, he coulda got the phone call out to the public, and it was just the fact that of who he was, what platform it went out on, and kind of and it wasn't even him exposing anything or saying,
Mhm.
bad stuff about the court, the judge, the ruling. He was just like proving he was, in positive spirits and thanks God and
Yeah.
Jesus. And they threw him in what they call the SHU, special housing unit, for probably almost a month after that. He was in solitary for 2 weeks, and he went to the SHU, and he had limited, run at everything. There's no phone calls, no, email, and they have an email system in there and stuff. So it was kind of cool. I was the only contact that he gave, or I was the contact he kind of shared my information with. I told him, bro, give my number to anybody and everybody. I don't care. Anybody wants to call me, like, tell them to call me. So it was in that aspect, it was cool being the person that, hey, I getting the call from, Washington jail, giving me updates on Owen, and this is the people who are in there. And, he was in a low level he was literally in a federal prison for a misdemeanor. So, like,
What was his
none of it
actual
made sense.
charge?
I think it was, breaking his probation because he was in a restricted area on the White House, and that's
Wow.
why he got in trouble, because he was on probation from the Jerry Nadler thing. So that's
Wow.
really what it's all about. He embarrassed Jerry Nadler, and they're trying to humiliate Owen in this fact and shut him down and lock him up.
And you were his emergency contact.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy, and it was to the point, like, he got pulled in by the warden at one point. He was like, "Hey, man," like, they thought he was some mastermind, like, giving all this information to Alex and the crew, and it's like, "Bro, he's in solitary." So they're asking him, "How is he doing this? Is he smuggling things in?"
Yeah, check my
And it
ass.
was
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
how
So it was wild, and they were like, well, and it got to the point where he was getting so much mail there was fans. That's one thing. The fans,
Wow.
they
Okay,
did
good. Now I don't
what
feel
they
as
needed
bad
to
for
do. He
sending him
had
nothing.
yeah. He had so much mail come in. He had so many people actually calling the jail, inquiring on the status of him because he wasn't able to talk to a lawyer. He wasn't able to talk to he had to get permission to talk to his lawyer once a week, I think. But
Wow.
we the fans really made it a thorn in their side, and they ended up, he didn't because of everything happened, they let him out a little bit early. But even that, like they called me and told me the time and the place, and then all of a sudden it's like 2 a.m. and like they just dropped him off at the wrong bus station and everything in the middle of the night. And if it
What?
wasn't for yeah, they told us an address and they took him someplace else. Gave us an address and a time. They took him to
This is
another
like
address
Squid
at a
Game.
different
This
time.
sounds like Squid Game. Like you just
Yeah.
a bus
Y
drops you off in an alley.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It was crazy, and then I was like, "Holy shit, alright, well, fuck, we're on the way." We're still, like, an hour away because where we were staying, it was probably a 2-hour drive. So we were on the way, and we kinda had a suspicion that this was gonna happen. Something was weird was gonna happen because at first, we thought they gave us a fake address because it was a totally new person, totally different person who had called me, and I was just like, "Man," I was telling the guy I was with, I was like, "Bro, I don't this seems fucking fishy. I don't know about this." And yeah, sure enough, I mean, there was the right information, but they gave us that wrong information on purpose. That
What?
makes
So
sense.
what
So
were they hoping would happen? That no one would pick him up? Or he would just be
that's really what would have happened. Like if he wasn't able to use a phone, then yeah, they could have said, "No, you can't use my phone." Like, cause it's like they were like, "No, I can't let you do that." And then he's like, "Bro, I have 3 big ass bags here. I have nobody knows where I'm at, and y'all dropped me off at a different spot at a different time." So he was able to get my number, and it's funny, he called the first time, and I was like, "What the fuck? Whose fucking number is this?" And I was like, "Hello?" And nobody really answered, so I hung up. I was like he called back again. He's like, "No, no, no, don't hang up, don't hang up." I was like, "Oh, shit."
oh
I was
shit.
like, "Fuck." Yeah, so if it wasn't for that, we he yeah, it would have been a whole thing of trying to find him, and yeah,
Wow.
it could have been
Yeah,
a super
Chad is
mess.
saying Symbolic Mind is saying they wanted him alone with a chance of getting mugged. They trafficked him. They dropped him off at 2 AM. They're trying to pull a Seth Rich. I feel like I should understand this reference. What,
Seth Rich
wh
is the guy who let out the WikiLeaks from, Hillary Clinton, and he was found suicided. Yeah.
Yikes. Wow, what bullshit that is. Just the little ways that they can really screw with you,
Yeah,
that they're technically, I guess, allowed to do.
yeah, it's just talking to somebody and moving numbers around for them, so
That
yeah.
is wild. That must have been scary. I would hate that. If that were me, I would just,
Yeah, there was, like it was the bus stop he was at, it was full of, like, some homeless people, and he was definitely the odd man out. I tell you what.
and,
So,
like, what do you wear? Like, I was just thinking, like, what do you wear when you're turning yourself into prison? Like, I probably would just do I don't know.
well, yeah, he couldn't even keep that. Like when I dropped him off, I had to wait for his clothes or they were gonna throw him away. So like, yeah,
So it's
so
not
when
like
he
he
got
can
out,
leave in the clothes that he came in? Wouldn't that make the
no, he
most sense?
couldn't. Yeah, but no, they didn't
So
let
what
that
did he
happen,
leave
and
in?
he had
Like an
some like
orange
gray sweats and a white
jumpsuit?
shirt, I think. Yeah, just gray sweats and a white shirt.
Yeah, you gotta have, like, a black hoodie, you gotta have a coat, you gotta be, like, fucking bundled up, inconspicuous.
Yeah, and this was in
Damn.
the middle of Louisiana, like in the fucking nowhere.
Holy shit. Okay, James Sharp, thank you for the
Yeah.
super chat. The 300 Spartans died. Better to compare yourself to the British, Rorke's Drift. 150 British beat 4,000 Zulus. Speak winning. Good. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you,
yeah,
James.
that's true. Thank you, brother.
Sounds so scary, and, I feel like a weaker person would have broke through all that experience.
Yeah, especially in prison. I mean, not everybody in prison was a fan. He did have some fans in there, but not everybody was. There was some, he did have some people on his side who were trying to protect him from those types of people. But Yeah, they definitely his
Like,
name was
people
definitely,
guarding his butthole in the shower, like, just kind of
lined
making
up as, like,
sure.
a shower.
Yeah, like a human chain, like, away from
Uh,
Owen's butthole. That's
right.
protect it.
Drop the soap, no one's coming in this one.
Yeah,
Watch.
you know what? I guess I don't need soap that bad. I'm just gonna do a water only shower this time. How did Owen say, like, what he did to help him get through,
Yeah,
those few months?
he read the Bible and he read the fans' letters. He said he had so much letters that, he had so much mail that he wasn't even able to read all of it while he was inside.
Wow.
So, yeah, there people were sending him books, so he got through with the Bible, with books, and with, fan mail.
So the rest of the letters, did he bring home and then read them after he got
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, I know on a couple of his live streams for a while, he had, like, the stacks next to him, and he just kind of, "I'm going to this stack tonight, this stack," you know what I mean?
Wow. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it really is, and it kinda shows, the waves that we really make here at InfoWars. They really go a long way.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.